don't you fall on me.
I am woman.
Let's do it. They're so small. That was frustrating.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Rene.
Good morning, buff babes and bros, and welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name is Julia Rene, and I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro, and I want to welcome you to our 75 Hard series. So, by now, I've been doing 75 Hard for a couple of days, and I normally would have done my grocery shopping before all of this started, but I wanted to wait so that I can do it with you guys, because I'm going with, like, not really a whole new approach, but a different approach on how I'm going to be doing my meal plans for 75 Hard. Okay, so right here is my very, very long shopping list. So the way that I'm going to go about this meal plan, because one of the rules is you have to follow a meal plan. It doesn't matter what kind, you just have to. So I am doing like a macro meal plan approach. So what I do is I take my macros and then I create a meal plan for the week, because for me, I'm just too busy to like track different macros every single day. So I pick a set of macros and then I meal plan for the week. So once I logged my calories into my Fitness Pal, then I created a meal plan until I hit those macros, so that now every meal that I have, I know exactly what I'm gonna have for the week, and I don't have to upload it and track it every week, because I know that every day I will be hitting my macros perfectly, because for me, that's just like the easiest thing to do. So that's how we're gonna go about everything. And in the next video, I'll go over the meal plan and how we're going to make each meal and how I'm gonna meal prep everything. So get ready for that video. But for now, we actually need food if we're gonna make that video. So let's get some food. Okay guys, we are on our way to the grocery store, and some of my, whoa, don't you fall on me. Anyways, some of my tips that I make sure to do before I go to the grocery store. Number one, I always have a list and I just stick to that list, because if I don't, I end up buying things that aren't on the list. Okay, we fixed the problem. Number two, I make sure that I eat before. So literally right before I went, my stomach was growling and I was like, okay, do not do this. Make sure that you go. And anyways, I make sure that I eat before I go so that I don't get there and I'm starving and then I buy more food than I don't. Also, what else? Also, one thing that I weirdly started doing when I go grocery shopping is I make sure I bring my headphones and I put on like a podcast, because for me, and I think a lot of people would kind of relate to this, is that you get so much anxiety when you're at the grocery store that you're like, and you forget things, or you're not focused, or you add things to your cart that maybe you shouldn't have. So I like put on a podcast and I literally can't hear all the noise, and then I just get my stuff. That was frustrating. So I get in there and I get like, I got like the vegetables and the fruit section done. I look just like a floating head right now. And I must have dropped my list. And I was just telling you guys, go with the list. So I just like walked down every single aisle and was like, maybe I need something from there. But good thing I had my meal plan already. So I just looked at my meal plan to make sure I had everything. So hopefully I didn't forget anything.
I am woman.
Okay guys, so I just got a package in the mail and I bought these really, look at this, it's so cute. It's a teeny tiny little box cutter. I got these tiny glass lids and jars for my yogurt so that I can meal prep them and it's like super easy. Look how tiny. They're so small. And then we have the little lids that go on top. Oh my God, Reese and Vision are in like a fight. So I give them each like a little chewy throughout the day. And Reese likes to hold on to his and Vision literally chews it up in 0.5 seconds. And this is what they do. So Reese will hoard his and he growls at Vision while Vision just stands here and looks at it. Reese, I know the game you're playing. Don't play that game, it's not nice. Okay guys, here is what we got. Couldn't fit it all on the table. Oh yeah, we got this as well. So I got some pico so that we can make some mock chipotle bowls. I got these Baby Bell Lights because I really like cheese and these are a little bit less calories than the other ones and they're so perfect for the little Lunchables that I make. And then I wanted to try this everything but the bagel hummus to go with my little Lunchables that we're gonna make. We have Greek yogurt back here. We have some fresh berries. This is chia seeds for my morning overnight oats. I love getting these, 0 sugar. These are my favorite. It was a package that came in a couple different flavors. The other flavors are over there. We have the mini peppers. Behind there we have some protein Kodiak cakes, and then we have oats. Then we have some almond milk, frozen mango. This is my favorite beef to get. I get the 90-10 ground beef sirloin. I've been getting usually the bison, which is also really good, but I wanted to get this one today. And I have been really loving these with my drinks. I put 2 of them in my half gallon and it tastes so good. Here's the little background, 0 calories. So we got those. I got 2 things of egg whites for my omelets. We got the light sour cream so I can make homemade ranch for the Lunchables as well. Then lastly, some sweet potatoes and some jasmine rice. Oh, I forgot. I also got some little chicken tendies. These are so good. You just literally, you can either bake them and put a little bit of seasoning on them and put them in the air fryer or in the oven. And they're awesome. It feels like you're having like chicken tenders. And next we also have avocados and some lettuce as well. Now, my favorite part, organizing the fridge with all my new groceries. Let's do it. Let's do it.
much later.
Okay guys, so now we're gonna go and train some glutes. I'm excited to show you guys the new glute workout that I'm gonna start implementing probably for the next 4 weeks. I like to stick to a 4-week program whenever I'm doing my workout. So we're gonna get some pre-workout ready to go. Okay, I am going to do 1 scoop of the first form L-carnitine in cherry lime. This one is awesome, helps with fat burning and really gets you sweating very quickly, so you get warmed up very fast. Then my favorite, Enduroformance, it has creatine in it. It also helps you have endurance throughout your entire workout so that midway through your workout, you're not like crashing, basically. So that's why I kind of like sip on half of it on the way there so that I get like the energy from the L-carnitine, and there's a little bit of green tea in the Enduroformance. And then during the workout, I have the rest of it. So let's go hit some glutes. Okay guys, to start out with this glute and hammy workout, I'm gonna start with some activation. If you don't do this right now for your glute days, I highly recommend it. I started with some clams, really focusing on feeling the squeeze at the top of the movement, and then going into 2 sets of 12 on each leg. Then I moved into some glute bridges and abductions. So I would do my glute bridge all the way to the top, squeeze, and I would stay there and do abductions at the top for 2 sets of 12. Now for our first workout, we're gonna go into the hip thrust machine for 3 sets of 12. I like to start with my hardest movement first because I always have the most energy. And today, since it's a glute focused workout, I wanted to start with hip thrusts. After your last set of 12, you're going to drop the weight lighter and move your feet to the center and have your heels touching with your toes pointed out. This is the correct foot positioning for frog pumps. Once my feet are in the right position, I'm gonna do as many reps as I can until failure. Then with just your body weight, add a band around your knees and do body weight hip thrusts or abductions until failure. Next, we're gonna move into the hip press machine. I know not all gyms have this hip press machine, so if you don't have it, you could just use a regular leg press. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 here. I like to put my feet wide and have my toes slightly pointed out. For me, I feel like this targets my glutes and hamstrings, also hitting the quads too. When pulling the weight back up, I imagine using my glutes and my hamstrings to get the weight up. So I'm at the bottom of the movement. My toes are pointed out, my feet is wide, and I'm really just focusing on like pushing the weight through my hamstrings, and then I squeeze my glutes at the top. You'd be surprised how much this actually activates your glutes, hamstrings, and then additionally quads. Next, we're gonna move into dumbbell sumo squats for 3 sets of 12 to 15. I freaking love these so much. I used to see so many girls doing these, and I was like, I don't understand. How does this target your glutes? Oh no. And finally, once I got it down correctly, I was like, wow, this freaking burns. So I added some weights to give a shorty a little bit more range of motion because I'm 5'2" and I'm very close to the ground. So we don't have as much range of motion if we were to just do it right from the ground. So I start by finding my foot placement. I keep my feet wide with my toes pointed out. Then I pick up the weight and hold it in between my legs. I make sure that my back is flat and my chest is up. So make sure that you're not rounding your back in because first of all, it's going to hurt. And second of all, you'll thank me later. The weight should be held in between your legs. Once you have a good grip, I usually use my Gym Reaper's grips here because then it allows me to go even heavier. And I wanna go as heavy as I possibly can so we can build some strength. So really focus on staying connected to your glutes the whole time and then squeezing at the top. Sometimes we just go through the motions when we're doing our exercises and we're really not keeping in mind the area that we're supposed to be working. So once you're coming back up from the movement, really push through your heels and pushing through using your glutes to get you to the top and then squeeze. Next, we're gonna move into abductions for 4 sets of 12. Lately, I've been testing out how it feels to have my glute right on the edge of the seat, and I've been really loving it. For some reason, I just feel it more when I do it this way, and I can move a lot slower because then the machine doesn't just like clank. It really just allows me to kind of like slow down and then really feel my upper glute working for me. After the last set, I dropped the weight lighter and did 12 reps with my feet staggered one way, 12 reps with my feet staggered the other way, 12 reps with my feet close together, and 12 reps with my feet apart. This is a burnout I usually use when I have gone as heavy as I could for my abductions, and the pump is real. Next, I moved into seated leg curls for 3 sets of 12. I love adding these into my leg days because lying hamstring curls really hurt my back. Like, no matter how hard I try to just use my hamstrings and press my hips into the pads so that I don't use my low back, it ends up hurting my low back. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna do seated leg, what are these called? Leg curls. I do fitness, I swear. And then after that last set, I held the contraction at the bottom for 30 seconds and then I slowly let it up. It was nice and painful. And lastly, we're going to move into some kickbacks for 3 sets of 12 on each leg. The Gym Reapers ankle straps are a must for these. They don't scratch your ankle, they don't hurt your ankle whatsoever, and there's nice padding around it so that it is super easy and comfortable when you're wrapping it around your ankle. I start with my foot positioning, and I make sure that my non-working foot is right in front of the cable and my working leg is right outside the cable parallel to my body. I also try not to bring my knee too far in before pulling it back up to the top because I want to keep the tension on my glute. And I found that the closer that I bring my knee to the cable, I start to lose that tension. And I want to keep it the entire time so that I'm feeling it at the bottom and I'm feeling it at the top. So once you're at the top, make sure to pause for a second and really feel the glute squeeze. And that is our glute and hammy workout for today. Hope you enjoyed.
Okay, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I am already feeling sore, and getting out of the car was literally such a challenge. So please try that workout. You will not regret it. And as always, I love you all so much, and you're more powerful than you think. Bye.